Hey y'all, this is part 2 of our end of the year test. Again, you can pause, rewind, fast forward as you need to, and you're able to use a calculator and your periodic table. All right, let's get going. Number 21. The volume of an unknown liquid is shown in the graduated cylinder. The mass of the liquid is 105 grams. And here's our graduated cylinder. It's a little hard to see where the line is, so I'm going to darken it just right here. It says, what's the density of the unknown liquid? So if you needed to pause the video so you can do your calculation, you can do that now. And then when you're ready, just press play to go on to the next one. All right, A, 3,500, B, 0.33 grams per milliliter, C, 3.0 grams per milliliter, or D, 3.3 grams per milliliter. All right, on to the next one. Number 22. Which portion of the diagram best illustrates the mantle? So we have A, B, which is all of this, C, and D. So F, A, G, B, H, C, or J, D. Number 23. A student who was training for a cross-country race jogged for 2.0 hours and covered a distance of 14.0 kilometers. What was the average speed of the student? If you need to pause and do your calculation, you can do that really quick. All right, so we have A, 28.0 kilometers per hour, B, 7.0 kilometers per hour, C, 12.0 kilometers per hour, or D, 0.14 kilometers per hour. Number 24. The density of pine is less than the density of oak. Density determines whether an object will float. This means that F. The oak boat will sit higher in the bucket of water because it is less dense. G. The oak boat will sit lower in the bucket of water because it is less dense. H. The pine boat will sit higher in the bucket of water because it is less dense. Or J. The pine boat will sit lower in the bucket of water because it is less dense. Number 25. A student hit a fly ball over second base in a championship softball game. And there's a picture to kind of show how that's going. As the ball rises in the air, it's acted on by the force of gravity. This force causes the ball to A, slow down as it moves up, change direction, and then speed up until it falls to the ground. B, speed up, keep its same direction, and then slow down as it falls to the ground. C, travel at the same speed until it hits the ground. Or D, travel in the same direction until it hits the ground. If you need to pause and go back to any of these questions, feel free to do that. I'm going to go ahead and flip the page and go on to number 26. All right, number 26. I have to zoom out for this one. The question says, a dog walks away from home at a constant pace for 20 minutes. Next, he stops for a 10-minute nap under a tree. Finally, he walks back home at a constant pace and comes to a stop. Which graph below best represents the motion of the dog in terms of distance from home over time? And then you can look at all of the graphs to decide what's describing that. All right, number 27. What is likely... number 27. What is a likely explanation of Kara's motion between the second and third hour of her ride? And this gives us the distance and the time. So we have hour 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is A. Kara and her family are racing to see who is the fastest rider. B. Kara and her family stop to have lunch. C. Kara is giving her younger brother a ride. And D. Kara is riding slowly to enjoy all the exhibits. Number 28. Which of the following inclined planes would require the least amount of force to lift the box? Inclined plane F, that's 5 meters tall and the ramp is 10 meters long. Inclined plane G, 5 meters tall and the ramp is 15 meters. Inclined plane H, 5 meters tall and 20 meters long. Or J, they all require the same amount of force. Number 29, a student rode a skateboard 200 meters in 40 seconds. What was the student's average speed in meters per second? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value. So you're going to need to do your calculation and then bubble that in on the griddable on your bubble sheet. If you need to pause and do that, you can stop now. All right, go ahead and flip to the next one when you're ready. Number 30. Which of the following statements is true about the advantages and disadvantages of using different energy resources? F. Wind power is an expensive, non-renewable source of energy for the production of electrical energy. G. Solar power is a clean, renewable source of energy, but quite expensive and not dependable on a daily basis. H. Coal is a safe and effective renewable source of energy used in the production of electricity. Or J. Nuclear power is a cost-effective, non-renewable energy resource that leaves behind no waste. All right, number 31. A student is standing with their back facing a campfire. The student notices that their back is much warmer than their chest. They know that thermal energy is being transferred from the fire and that this method of energy transfer can happen even if no air is present. This method of energy transfer is A, convection, B, condensation, C, conduction, or D, radiation. Number 32. The diagram above shows an ice cube placed in a hot pan. Thermal energy is being transferred to the ice cube from the pan shown above. Shown above by, so how is it being transferred? F, convection, G, conduction, H, radiation, or J, conservation. Number 33. Which of the following occurs during an energy transformation? A, energy disappears. B, new energy appears. C, energy changes form. Or D, matter is created from energy. Number 34. A cooking smoker used to cook meats works by allowing the warm air filled with smoke to rise to the meat, while the cooler air sinks closer to the fire. What type of heat transfer is responsible for smoking the meat? F, electrical, G, radiation, H, convection, or J, conduction. All right, number 35. Andrew plays a computer game where he designs roller coasters for a virtual amusement park. Each diagram below illustrates a path for the roller coaster car to travel. Which track should Andrew choose if he wants the roller coaster car to have the most potential energy? So he wants the cart with the most potential energy. A, the cart is at the top and it's moving this way and it's 20 meters high. B, the cart's at the bottom and this hill is 20 meters high. C, the cart's at the top of the hill. That's 8 meters high. And D, cart's at the bottom of the hill, and the hill is 15 meters high. Number 36. When a lion eats a zebra and then uses the energy from the zebra to run, the lion's body converts F, chemical energy to mechanical energy. G, electrical energy to chemical energy. H, chemical energy to light energy. Or J, mechanical energy to chemical energy. Number 37 has a picture of a pot with an ice cube again. An ice cube is placed onto a hot pan that's sitting on the countertop. How will thermal energy move? A, the coldness will move from the pan to the ice cube. B, the coldness will move from the ice cube to the pan. C, the heat will travel from the pan to the ice cube. Or D, the heat will move from the ice cube to the pan? Number 38. Which force is responsible for the movement of the tectonic plates? F, gravity, G, convection currents, H, electricity, or J, magnetism? All right, I'm going to stop this part of the video here, and there will be another one for you to watch that your teacher can get you to, the third part. If you need to pause and rewind to go back to any, go ahead and do that now. And if you're ready, you can go ahead and move on to the next part. Thanks.